else okay though? Did you read your books? Did you get your push-ups in?
Um, push-ups, no, because we went through like a whole thing today.
Yeah.
The thing, we went through the whole thing today. All that.
What's the whole thing?
Like going to the store,
Oh.
coming, and then helping my mom, and then I having fun, and going to take a nap because I'm like, my legs hurt, so let me sleep.
Okay. You know what I heard? All that.
Laziness.
I heard excuses. That's all.
Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I got time.
Now, to be fair with you, Sunday is our rest day, but that is your challenge that you should do every single day because it is not your max. It is what you think that you can do. So there's going to be a version of you that can get 100 push-ups in a day, and there's a version of you now that thinks 10 push-ups is your max. So by you continually doing your max, what you think, it will eventually become your floor, and then you will then put your floor at this low so you don't go under that, and then you set a new max, and then you get to that max, and then you create that as your new floor. So it's just a learning process. Like I promise you, I literally just couldn't do one push-up. So you being able to do 10 at the start is great. So don't feel bad. I promise you. Just be consistent with it. Consistency is key.
Mm-hmm.
For you be for you not showing up to that call, what do you think you could have done better?
Made a more audible notification and or just paid more attention to the time.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys maybe 3 questions that are gonna give you guys clarity on a couple different things. And it's also gonna give me clarity. I'm gonna ask you guys in between 3 to 5 questions. So this question is under the diet question. It's diet and nutrition. I want to know how often are you eating processed foods on a scale from 1 to 10? 10 being every day, 5 being 3 to 4 days out of the week, 1 being you don't eat processed foods at all. So, let's start with you, Braden. No, Leo, actually.
I'd say 6.
6. So you're not eating it every day, but maybe like 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand what processed foods are, right?
Basically, just really unhealthy foods that aren't really real half the time.
Yeah, exactly. For the most part. Just be sure that you know that what you're eating, and that's going to be the big thing for you, because sometimes when you just consume, you don't really know what you're eating and if it's actually good for you. Like I had a guy that I was just on a call with today, and he said, "Oh yeah, he's been meal prepping." I go look up the company, and it's like 80 grams of carbs, or like per meal. And it's only 800 calories per meal. So it's just like he's gonna be more hungry for less, and he's gonna fill up on other stuff for less instead of eating something with more protein, or something that's actually whole foods and not prepped for him, because he thinks he's saving time because he's prepping. That's half the battle. The food actually still has to be good for just because you're prepping. So yeah, so just focus on that. 6 is fine. What about you, Brendan? You should be very high.
I think I'm like technically a 2, because I am eating some like supplements, so that's technically fucking, I don't know. It can be technically considered. I'm not considering
we don't talk about yeah, we're not talking about supplements. Just specifically processed foods.
So just straight whole foods, then 1.
Good job. Good job.
I've only been eating chicken, lean beef, eggs, and sometimes like PB&Js, but I make sure to get peanut butter that doesn't have any oils in it.
Yeah, see, that's good. See, just
and then honey, not jelly.
Mm-hmm. So, Leo, Braden is on day 30, and he's really like on day like 45 now, but he has a different diet plan than you have, and that's what we're building for you. But becoming the person is more important than just a diet. Like, if you can't consistently just show up to these calls, which you've been doing, which is great, there's no way that you're going to be able to sustain a lifelong healthy lifestyle. And becoming the person is more important than just doing it for 30 days, 20 days, 10 days, So the next thing I want to ask you guys is lifestyle habits. Do you guys experience high levels of stress? And if so, how do you manage it? Let's start with you, Leo.
I really don't experience high stress.
Good. Really. Good. Do you ever get depressed?
I would say depressed, like a little, like down, but not depressed. No.
Okay, what causes you to get down? And do you ever track it and wonder what made me feel this way?
Usually what gets me down is like seeing like like a couple at the store, or like seeing something like thinking back to like something I could have done differently. And it usually always happens on like a random day when it's like I wake up and just I ain't feeling that day. That's usually when it happens. And then I just like I just go back to like past thoughts, or I see something I was like I wish I was you. And it's like I know no point. You know, it ain't. There's no point letting it affect me.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So do you believe it's a little bit of like kind of self-portraying where you want to be because you're looking at where someone else is?
Yeah, and a little bit like jealousy.
Yeah, yeah. Jealousy is a interesting thing because you can be jealous of someone in a positive way, and you can be jealous of someone in a negative way. There's people that I'm jealous of in a positive way, meaning like, oh, bro, you built this business up from the ground up. You got this information before I did. You're up. Oh, you got this stock advice before me. Oh, I'm jealous, bro. Like positive jealous, and there's negative jealous, like, oh, I wish he fell off because I don't have what he has, or I hope his stock crashes because I didn't get in when he got in. So just be sure that, because it's okay to compare yourself to others positively. It's not okay when you do it negatively, because you don't see that the inputs of someone else. You only see their outputs. You only see the end result of someone's product. You never see how they made it, what they have to deal with, what they like. People aren't going to see these calls, Leo. They aren't going to see these calls where you hopped on these calls, you did push-ups and sit-ups, you hopped off the call, even if you were tired, you still got on the call. The next day, you still showed up, and they're only going to see the end result. They're going to see the version of you that's writing comics, that's putting stuff on TV, that's making YouTube videos, that's has the body that they desire. And then they're going to be like, oh, Leo, how'd you do it? Like, you know, or how did you, or why's your life so good? Because they didn't see the 90 days before that, the 2 years before that, even the 5 years. For me, my overnight success was 5 years, and it's still going. Like, by the time I'm wealthy, it's going to be like a 7-year night that people are going to be like, oh, bro, he just blew up. Like, if you think that, like, you know, like these times and these calls, like I'm leveling up everything. Like I'm leveling up everything, because if you see me next week, I should be a better me than I am this week, because that's how I grind. Like I want you to be like, bro, you're a totally different Bryce than you were last week. Last week you're on this level. This week you're on this level. Because every single week I'm trying to improve. And you should be doing the same thing. So let's go with you, Brady. You're older, so you should understand those stress levels. You should probably have more. Go ahead.
It's a mix. I don't really feel like super stressed per se, but I don't know. Just feeling disappointed, I guess, in the progress I'm making, you know?
What's your scale? What's your judgment? And who are you racing?
I guess I just don't have a scale, so I don't know what look at what progress I'm making, you know?
That's the problem.
Can't really track it.
That's the problem. So you can never see progress if you don't measure. What gets measured gets improved. So I've been telling you this for a minute too. So this is something you need to implement today. You need to start measuring your progress, because there is a perfect week of Braden, and then there's an average week of Braden, and then there's a bare minimum version of Braden. You just need to operate at the minimum average and at the minimum maximal version of you. So that way, when you fall down to your bare minimum, it's what you should have done, like just what you were trying to do. So let's say for me, my bare minimum is posting 1 video a week. My perfect week is posting 7 videos in 1 week, meaning every single day I didn't miss a video, right? And then my average is like 3 to 4. Like I wasn't filming it and I had to edit. The videos took long, so it's 3 to 4 videos, right? If I operate I'm aiming for 7 every single week at the bare minimum. Well, at least if I miss 6 days, I got 1 in, I still hit my goals for the week. So just set your goals so high that your bare minimum is still success. And understand that, okay, well, I didn't hit what I wanted to, but I did what was required. You know? And that's your problem right now. You need to stop like feeling like what you did wasn't enough, because you don't have a scale. You don't know it's actually enough. And as long as you literally just, the ball's right here, and if you just did this, you moved it closer. That's it. Not every day is going to be a big push and a big push and a big push. It's going to be just sometimes just little rolls, because you have to get over a rock. And that rock was in the way for you to keep pushing, you know? So now when you got over that rock, tomorrow when you come, you're going to be able to push way further because you got over that hump. Or maybe sometimes you're stuck in some sand. Just like if you were playing golf and you got stuck in the wedge, you got to get it out, and it's harder than it is when you're just on the green. So yeah, like that's what I suggest for you. Start tracking your progress so you can measure it, and then you can also stop feeling down on yourself when you did something that someone else. Remember, if our worst days is someone else's good day, we're doing so much better. Like, guys, this is my day in the life of Bryce today. It's only 6 p.m. Let me tell you guys my day in the life. I've been working for 12 hours straight. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I haven't even felt it, guys. It literally felt like I blinked because of how much I've been working. I woke up at 6 a.m. It was my first day off of work without having no job. It's just working for Bryce. So 6 a.m. I woke up. I spent maybe 5 minutes praying and getting my mind straight. I then spent another 5 minutes doing gratitude and writing in my journal of everything I wanted to accomplish for the day. And then I said a note that I'm going to do this for the next 30 days. And I'm doing something called Perfect 30. And I'm going to explain to you guys what that is tomorrow in Mindset Monday. But yeah, because, oh, by the way, guys, today is the last weekend call. Starting this week, we will only have daily calls for just you two. I don't have anybody else doing daily. I'm giving you guys VIP treatment Monday to Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 30 at 6 p.m. So we'll start, unless it's a group call. That's the only time we'll have a group call instead. Like tomorrow, it's a group call. So opt into that. But every weekend now, from not the Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays is no calls in the whole community. But Fridays are Fit Fridays, Mondays are Mindset Mondays, Tuesdays you have Telephone Tuesdays, Wednesday is Wealth Wednesday, Thursday is I think I'm gonna keep that off, but it's also gonna be for you guys. So if you guys need a personal call, Thursdays are for you. Like those are the days where you just need a personal, not even just together. I'm talking about separate. Like you just need me. And you're like, I just need, bro, I need you to deep dive. Because I'm getting because this isn't scalable. I can't do this for 100 others. But for you two, since you guys were here first, I got you. I'll scale this up to the VIP. No one else is getting this treatment. So take advantage of it. Do not think it's cheap, because I promise you, if I have to ever do this again, it's going to be thousands of dollars per month, because it's time. And every hour that I spend with you eventually will become more valuable. So I just wanted to clear that up, and I've been kind of tapering it with you, Brady. You already knew, but also want to let you know, Leo. Support system. Are you guys open to getting friends or family to join the community and supporting you, or even not even joining the community, but necessarily just supporting you more, like getting them more involved in your goals? Like, because I know for you, Leo, your mom, she's very supportive of your goals. That's not a question. But Braden, I don't know how supportive your family is, and I don't know if you're kind of just doing your goals around your family versus doing your goals with your family, because there's two different things. Like right now, I'm doing my goals around my family. But if my wife is here, like I do my goals with her, because I include her. I say, hey, I can't cook anything, and she understands. And dude, I'm telling you, I haven't had to cook or clean in years. Like the cleaning and cooking is so minimal. Sometimes I have to do it because she's not here. Obviously, I'm not incapable, but I'm talking about the time saving, because the roles are very clear, like, you know, and it works for me, and I love it. Like if you do the math on what a wife can save you a year, meaning like let's say she's your chef and she cleans the house for you, and like she caters to you, like that's probably like 150 grand a year. So instead of sending her out into the work field for 20, 30 grand, you know,
and just get her to do all the, you know, odds and ends.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I just want to know if there's anyone else that can support you more, and if not, it's okay. That's what you got me for. That's what you got Leo for. That's what you got more people in the community for that are joining, that are actually like either further than you or like grinding to get the same thing as you. You know, like so you don't need anyone else to support you outside the community. I'm just asking, do you have any?
Yeah, I kind of have one. It's just not really reliable.
I get that, and that's very common. A lot of people aren't reliable, bro. To be honest, they're not. Like I got friends that great friends, but they're just not reliable. Like I personally, I love when people aren't accountable to me, because it shows me why I need to be accountable to myself.
That's the truth.
Yeah, real talk. So last thing, mindset and barriers. Well, not the last thing, but another question. Mindset and barriers. What obstacles prevented you from losing weight in the past, and how are you going to avoid them this time to achieve your goals? Let's start with you, Leo.
One thing that prevented me was most definitely like the laziness and like just not having motivation. I'm like, why So like I was always kind of like, why should I, or I'm just too tired for it or whatever. And some days I would do it and just be like, I don't really like it. I didn't like that I didn't see any progress. Now I actually do see progress, so that helped. So one thing would be, like you said, making sure you look at your smaller wins, because that equals a bigger win, because obviously you have smaller wins before you get to the big one.
Absolutely.
So you always look at those and just track anything else that you gain from it. It could be, maybe you don't see anything, but maybe you can not see anything physically, but you can see something like maybe you're stronger in general or something.
Mm-hmm. Non-scale victories. That's a great point, though. That was well said. Non-scale victories are very important. Like, what is a non-scale victory? Just in case YouTube who's watching this as well. A non-scale victory is the things like we do 10 push-ups this week, we do 15 next week. We gain 5% of increase, or 50% actually increase, in our strength. And then let's say we were benching 135, now we bench 200. And that's a big gap, but let's say we did that in 6 months. That's a 70-pound increase, because over the course of 6 months, we increased our weights a couple, 2.5 pounds per week, That's what me and Braden are actually doing right now. He just doesn't realize it, but slowly but surely, we'll be 30 to 60 pounds heavier, and we'll be like, oh crap, this is normal. Should be able to lift the 45, and just boom, boom, boom. But we just started with 15s and then 20s and 25s, So, and it's the same way, like, if this is a great hack too, if you're trying to wake up earlier. Like, you wouldn't start from going 8 a.m. to just 5 a.m. For the last 3 months, I trained myself to get up at 5 a.m., even though I had to be to work at 6 a.m. and only live 30 minutes away. So when I got out of work, that way I'm already trained to be up at 5 a.m. So I can get up, pray, start my thing, and then pretend instead of clocking in for them, I now clock in for me. And because I love doing this more, I just worked for 12 hours straight. I didn't even feel it. I don't remember one time I slacked off today. And you can remember the gaps in between your work state. And one thing I did good to stay focused today, I started my day with intention of focusing. And this is the first time I've ever did that. Like, I literally woke up and I seen my phone. I said, okay, Bryce. Literally, I promise you, my conscious mind said, okay, Bryce, if you open this phone, you're going to go down the rabbit loop. Don't even touch it. Just go pray. I put my phone down, and then I go get to my mind state. I go clear my mind. I don't have no social distractions. I go do my wash up. I pray. I get into the state. I start writing. I understand exactly what I'm going to do because I portrayed it. You are 10 times more likely to even achieve the goal if you just write it down. That's a Harvard study. So just by writing down your goal, even if it's a daily goal, you're now 10 times more likely to achieve that goal. So now imagine you attach this, which is an accountability partner, you're now 94% more likely to achieve your goals. That's another 9x. So, and then you have someone like Braden as well, because now you have another person. So it's not just a tether. This becomes now from a broadcast to a network, and that way you have a tether in between us. So it's not like, oh, hey, Bryce didn't show up for the thing. Hey, what you doing today? Let's hop on a call. Let's work out. That's something like, and you start building that. Imagine you have 10 other people in here that are just like you. And you just build that network up. And this is how it starts and this is how it ends. But ultimately, it's all determining on you, bro. Like, who do you want to be? How are you going to get there? And are you going to quit on the way there? Did I already get to you, B, or no?
No.
Okay, let's go.
Main thing that got me, the lack of wanting to remove the weight, just because I always thought I could whenever I felt like it. It's one of those things. But I never really saw it as a major problem because it wasn't really a noticeable one. It's just, it's the beer belly. All my buddies got it. Most of my buddies. A lot of them went. The ones who go to the gym constantly don't really have it, but obviously, they're the ones who go to the gym every day, so they shouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I feel you on that, brother. You, I want to know, what's your tactic of avoiding this, though?
Avoiding?
Like, this was the thing to basically, like
avoiding.
How are you going to avoid this happening again? Like, how are you going to avoid you getting to the point where it's just like, well, I'll do it later, or I'll do it when I feel like it, or this is just normal. My friends do it. Like, how do you avoid that?
Because I'm changing as a person. I'm not the same kind of person I was before.
Mm-hmm.
I was working for someone else before, you know, and with that, I didn't have to really care about, you know, how I looked at myself. Not to a large extent. I obviously cared.
Yeah.
You know, I went to the gym every now and again, or, you know, I got some gains, but, you know, it just didn't take it to the next step of staying fit to be fit for myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just for all health's sake or, you know, visual sake. It's just not something I really thought of doing in the past, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. What can
So,
you? Yeah, I'm sorry, but what can you do? What can you do today to move the needle for your weight loss goals tomorrow? And this can be with your mindset. It can be with your body. It can be like, you know, it doesn't have to be physical or mental. It can be either or.
I think a major thing would find a way to track what I'm doing, because that's the main reason I've been kind of sputtering. Is I know of a bunch of things to do. I just don't know how to track what the progress on them actually means, or if the progress I'm doing on it is like non-essential work, or if it's something that's sorry, I burnt my throat earlier. Something that's pivotal to be done work, you know, and is highly respected, or should be highly respected that I am doing it, you know? I'm just not sure which bucket it falls in, of random wasteless work versus work that needs to be done, and is pivotal, you know?
So what it sounds like you're struggling with is the 80-20 rule. And I think it's called Palermo. It's something Palermo's principle or something like that, or I forgot the exact name. But the point is 20%, 80% of the work is going to give you 20% of the results. The problem is trying to eliminate the 80% of the stuff that you're not getting results of. But you don't get that by not tracking. So let's say if you tracked your Notion and it did health, wealth, gratitude, and I don't know, like health, wealth, and gratitude. And let's just say that health, wealth, gratitude, and meditation. And let's say 13 out of the 30 days that you did this. And then let's go check your Excel sheet. Your Excel sheet would be how much money you made. And let's say out of 7 out of 13 days you made money, but on every other days you didn't make money. You now know that every single time that you get all 4 of these, you're now freaking 4 times likely, at least 3 times more likely than not, to at least 50% more likely to achieve your goals by just getting all 4 of these things in. So your goal would be just to hit all 4 of these metrics. And for the health wealth aspect, that can be different for you. Your health aspect could be, I just do my 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and eat my Whole Foods. Your wealth aspects could be, okay, I do 100 reach outs to to agencies, and I wait for at least 10 responses or I don't go to sleep. And then your gratitude can be, I write a thank you note to myself at the morning and the night, talking about what I'm thankful for waking up and what I'm thankful for to see tomorrow, or what I'm thankful for that I accomplished today. And then for the last thing for my spiritual, or I just get one prayer into God, like whatever it is, you know, you create your metrics and you track 2 different things. Because I track my school traffic, so that takes a lot of my metrics away. Use software to like save your brain power. So my software tracks a lot of my numbers. I use the fact that I'm like my metrics, like my KPIs. Everyone's KPIs are different. Like, you know, they're key performance indicators. So my KPI right now that I'm looking for on Instagram, it says accounts reached. Last month, I reached 6,000 people. So I said this month, I want to reach 100,000 people. Why? Because I really just wanted to double my audience in a month. Because if I can double my audience in a month, that's a great month. Guess what happened? It's only been a week, and I've already got 11.7 thousand people to see my stuff. So I doubled my reach in I doubled my reach in the first week. And I still have 21 more days to now get that $100,000 view mark, which may convert to 1,000 people following me, which may convert to 100 people opting into the free community, which may convert to 10 more people buying this product. That's $1,000 right there. So, and if I do that in 30 days, I made $1,000 off of product. And guess what? I still have the audience, and I still have the views, and I still have the videos that I posted. So all of that still compounds for me. I just get an additional $1,000 at minimum with those numbers. So yeah, like the numbers are there because those are my metrics that I'm tracking. If I see 50 people opted into my about page and 10 people bought, okay, well now I know I need 500 people so I can get 100 people to buy. And then if I get 5,000 people, that means 1,000 people will buy. So I just have to break these numbers down and just try to attack them. And then I have to realize, okay, well, how many people did I reach out today? Am I tracking? Okay, I'm not tracking that. Now I got to go to my Excel sheet and I track. Okay, I did 32 reach outs today. That equaled one person. So I know I need to reach out. So every 32 people I reach out to is going to equal around one person. So if I do 64 a day, I'm going to get 2 people and I'll probably close one of them. So now I just have to do 64 reach outs. Okay, well, how do I scale this to 10 people? Okay, well, I need at least 600 reach outs per day. So I hire one person to do 300, another person to do 300, and I do my own. So now I have for sure a system. So even if I was sleeping, people are getting me these 600 DMs. So my business grows without me. Like that's what I did. I set up a system that grows without me regardless. So I can wake up to calls booked to reach more people like you. So I can say, hey, do you want to change? No? Okay, cool. Next person. But I didn't have to spend my time finding you because I hired someone to do that. So yeah, so you just find your KPIs and then try to improve them. And this all started with just an idea. Hey bro, how much do you make a month? What's your desired income? Okay, $2,000 a month? Okay, great. So if I told you in 6 months I can pay you $10,000 a month, would you think it's worth it? Paying you 5x what your dream is? Okay, cool. Well, if you give me 6 months working with me, if I'm not at $5,000 a month with you, then you can just leave and I'll pay you a bonus. That's not the actual thing that I use, but it went somewhat like that. And that's how quick, I just gave that to people who, if YouTube wants to use that script or if you just want to reference, but yeah. Another thing too, like your KPIs are different, but you create them. Like you have to figure out what your KPIs are. Like, I created mine. I like measuring reach. Like I like seeing, okay, if I reached 5,000 people or if I got impressions on YouTube, okay, I got 1,000 impressions. So what if I got 1,000,000 impressions, you know? And this is why it's important for like Wealth Wednesday and Finance Fridays. And I gave you access to these courses because you need them because you're trying to grow. And I can only do so much, B. You know, I only like talking about things that I'm authorized to speak about. But when I bring other people in here that are financially literate, people that have had companies for 40 years. There's a trucker guy, he's had a company for over 20 years for shingles. And it's just like, yeah, and you know the construction trade, so you know he's real. But he also needs to lose 60 pounds, 30, 40 pounds. Like, so he's farther on that end than you. So it's just like you can connect with people and help them, and they look at you like, oh, he's further on this journey. You look at them like they're further on this journey, and that's where you connect. Like God made us all interdependent, meaning that he made me bad at something you're good at. He made you good at something I'm bad at. You know? So yeah, that's enough for this call today. Hope you guys sink into that. I got another call at 6:30. But if you guys need anything, you know what to do. We do have a Mindset Monday call. If you need any personal calls, let me know. Start taking advantage of the personal calls before it gets to the point where like the schedule's booked out. Yeah. Because it's not that you guys won't have the chance to talk to me. It's just you won't be competing with more people now to get the time. So that's all. And so just take advantage while you can. Because I promise you, I'm. You see my schedule for today. Like, oh, I didn't even get to keep telling you. I freaking spent 3 hours recording YouTube videos, back to back to back to back. You know, then I hopped on a call, then I hopped on another call, then I hopped on this call, and I got another call after. I'm gonna be up for the next 3 to 4 hours, and I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow, just with higher ROI because it's stacking. You know, and I ran 3 miles, and I hit the gym, and I recorded it all, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube. That's a productive day, but that's my perfect day. You know, I had a perfect day today. You know, so I got all my prayers in. I only have one more left, and it just hit the thing 30 minutes before this call. So after this next call, I'm gonna go do my prayer, and my day's done, literally. So I recorded videos. I got to edit the videos. I did consulting calls. Like everything's good. You know, clients are okay. So yeah, you okay, Leo?
Yeah, I was going to just say I got 2 videos. So
Nice.
Good job. I'm proud of you, man. Good job, for real. And just keep stacking. Remember, 1 video a week for you, Leo. Just set your metric. Set your metric, and then make your perfect week the same. 7 videos, 1 video a day, because you know that you can do it. If you can do it one day, that means you can do it all days. The problem is finding the time. So you don't have to make that your standard, but just make it your ceiling. And then until you make that your new standard, then you can create a new ceiling. And that goes to 20 videos a week. Like my main goal right now, I'm trying to get 100 long forms out per month, and that's my perfect month. 100 long forms is a lot of content. So in 90 days, that's 300 long forms. So if that emassed to 3 million views, that's at least 3,000 people to come into my community. That's at least 300 people that I get on the phone with. That's at least 30 customers, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like doing the numbers on the scalable and the unscalable. But okay, guys, I gotta go. Let me know if you guys need anything. We do have Mindset Monday tomorrow. If you guys are available, I won't mind doing like a 5 p.m. workout with you guys, like a 30-minute one if you guys are interested. If not, you just see me on the Mindset Monday.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, 5 p.m. tomorrow. We'll do a call. Be a 30-minute workout. We're gonna start off with upper body tomorrow, so be ready.
All right.
Cool. Great call, guys.
Yep. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, babe.
I'm a real businessman. I'm a real businessman. Imagine running a company at 22 years old, man. Just imagine. 22 years old running a fitness company.